Hey guys, I'm outside today. Welcome back to another video or audio, whether you're watching this on YouTube or you're listening to this on podcast. Today is a very monumental time for me, and it just marked a big change in my life. So I literally just got baptized, and I was baptized before when I was 2 years old, but obviously I don't believe in baptizing children because baptism is a choice, and it is a choice to accept Jesus as your Lord and Savior. And kids, as much as they're innocent and straight from God, they don't have they don't have the capacity to be yes, this is the choice that I want to make. And so I was baptized when I was 2, but I got baptized today. Before I turn 18, before I graduate high school, I decided to get baptized. I didn't want to wait any longer, and honestly, this was it wasn't a difficult decision, but it was such a trying decision because all my life I've been so used to people making really big decisions for me and telling me what I need in my life. And this was the first time I made a decision, an inward decision that was displayed outwardly in front of a bunch of people to get baptized. And I purposely did not bring my family there or friends or whatever. This was something that I strictly wanted to do by myself because I feel a lot of judgment from my family. And so I was there, and I met up with this girl, and she was so kind and so accommodating, and she was with me every step of the way. And when it came time for me to get baptized, there was hundreds of people who I didn't even know who were clapping for me and screaming for me and excited for me. And I've never been in a position, or I've never been in a place where people had genuine joy and genuine happiness for me. And it was so weird because I'm so used to the people around me judging me or having something to say. And so it was the first time I experienced genuine community, and I didn't feel judged in that moment. I did not feel anxiety in that moment. I did not feel fear in that moment. I felt community and peace, and that is what church is supposed to be like. And I've had a lot of church hurt in the past, and so this whole journey to me even getting back into the church was extremely difficult because I had been hurt before. But I took that leap and I got baptized today, and it was honestly, I can tell you, one of the best decisions I've ever made. And I just told God in that moment, and I said, I want to do this life with you. I don't want to do this life with anyone else. It's almost like wedding vows. But I said, and God says the church is his bride. So I was I don't want to do life with anybody else. I can't see myself doing life with anybody else. I have tried social media. I have tried lust. I have tried friendships. I have tried doing things my own way, and nothing compares to doing life with you. And so I took that step, and I have to say it was difficult. I was nervous. I felt sick to my stomach leading up to that moment because I didn't know what to expect. I didn't know that, it takes a lot to trust yourself, but then it also takes a lot to trust yourself with a particular decision, especially a decision as big as baptism. But I did it, and I am so proud of myself. And as I stop and I think and I look back at my life, I feel like ever since COVID, we've been in assimilation. We've literally been moving so fast, and it's been so weird because I personally can't even remember what happened 2 days ago, let alone a week ago or a year ago or a month ago. And so it's been really difficult ever since COVID to kind of get back, our strength and get back our ability to do things again. And so just making that decision for myself, it was one of the best decisions I've ever made. And it also takes just you have to trust yourself with it and trust that you're making the best decision you can make for yourself. And in that moment, I feel like I truly trusted myself to step out in faith, be obedient to God, and choose this life with him. And if you don't know, I'm going to university 4 hours away by myself, away from everybody I've ever known, everything I've ever known, and it is scary. But I knew that before I got to that threshold and that transition in my life, I didn't want to do it without God, right? And so that's what I did today. And it was so weird because I expected the water to be cold, but it was actually pretty warm, and it was just interesting. I I felt like there was a lot of overthinking that happened prior to getting baptized, but after I did get baptized, it was just like nothing else mattered, and it was just beautiful. And I wanted to officially document this because this is a very big turning point in my life. And you know, if somebody would have told, I know this is so corny, but if somebody would have told me that this is where I would be today in my life, I would have never even believed it. I would have never even seen it for myself, you know, because it feels like when we're in the midst of troubles or when we're in the midst of hard times, we're always going to be there, or we're always going to experience those same patterns, those same struggles. Sorry for the car as I'm walking. Those same patterns, those same struggles, that we're never going to be free from it. But freedom is a choice. Freedom is a choice. And a lot of people don't think freedom is a choice, but just look at, for example, Harriet Tubman, right? They were bound. They were slaves. They were told that they would never be free. And one person took up their cross and decided that freedom was a choice. And though it was hard, and though the journey and the path wasn't easy, that one person decided that this is what I want for myself. This is how I want to do life. And I'm not going to allow anybody to stop me. And God guided her to freedom. And so, I don't know, if you needed inspiration, or if you needed a reason to go out and do that thing that you've been holding off on, or if you needed a reason to fully step into who you are through God, like, this is your reason. And I have horrible, social awkwardness and anxiety, and it's hard. It's hard to step up as this person when everybody has always known me as one person, one particular way. It's hard to step up and be like, this is who I am now. But if we keep living our lives for other people, and if we keep doing things to people please, and if we keep doing things to hide who we actually are, guess what? You're going to die. Those people you're trying to please are going to die. And guess what? They're going to be living they're going to die knowing they live the life that they chose to live. And we are going to die feeling empty. Like, I just wasted my whole life on people who never mattered to begin with. And so a lot of the times, the church or people will tell us that it's selfish to care about yourself. It's selfish to want more for your life. But it is not selfish. It is only selfish when it becomes selfish ambition. It's only selfish when it becomes a thing of, I don't want to give, I just want everything for myself. That's selfishness. But taking care of yourself isn't. Because Jesus didn't die for us to rot on our beds all day. He didn't die for us to live below our means. He didn't die for us to struggle. That was not his plan for our lives. And so this is your encouragement. Go out and do that thing. I got baptized, and I have to say that was one of the best decisions I've ever made in my life. And it was scary. It was not easy. It was nerve-wracking. But guess what? Those emotions are going to come anyways. They're going to happen anyways. So why not work through them? We cannot avoid these emotions for the rest of our lives. So go out and do that hard thing. And I believe in you, and you should believe in you too. And I'm proud of every single one of you, and I'm very much proud of myself too.